video mode.
University and the cemeteries. I am very happy this evening to see so many parents here celebrating the proud moment of your loved one. Although this course is seemingly short in just matters of 6 weeks, the trainees have undergone very strenuous mental exercises and challenges. One example would be the obstacle of overcoming their fear of doing intravenous infusion. So for those who do not know, IVs are prescribed by inserting a needle into a person's vein in order to administer various medications. It is a graduation requirement for the trainees to perform 10 successful IVs by the end of the course. And I believe prior to NS, I'm certain most of the boys here would only have seen it done in the hospital or on TV and would not have dreamed of performing it live IV in their lifetime. So as you can imagine, many trainees saw it as a nightmare come true. And fortunately, this seemingly impossible ordeal was overcome by each and every EMT graduate you see here today. And now they are able to understand the pain and the necessity of the IVs. I want to commend all of you for your tremendous effort and resilience, and I believe you will continue to make SCDF proud. And if I have 6 weeks of my time, I will take up the EMT course. So unfortunately, I do not have. So EMT course is a heavy investment of the force onto you. And heavy investment comes with great responsibility. So dear EMTs, your graduation today only marks the beginning of a new chapter in your journey in SCDF. Okay, there is an interruption here. It's a lightning warning system. Do not be alarmed. We are very well protected under this roof and in the auditorium. So going back, I talk about responsibility. It is important for us to remember great power comes with responsibility, and in view of uncertain times, it is even more important to be a lifesaver. With the recent introduction of SG Secure program, a counter-terrorism movement, EMTs have to shoulder a huge responsibility as they possess medical knowledge and capable of performing life-saving skills. The trainees today are more than capable of performing immediate first aid treatment in the event of a terrorist attack. Each and every decision you make is important, as it may very well be what determines whether a person lives or passes away. People will look for you for answers, and you have always to be ready to help. Your responsibility should extend to when you are even off duty. I'm proud that to have numerous accounts of EMTs utilizing their medical knowledge and skills. Notably, last year, an NSF EMT successfully managed to conduct CPR on a person suffering from cardiac arrest. and managed to help to preserve his life long enough to be treated in the hospital. Saving another person's life is the highest honor and achievement anyone can have, whether SCDF or not. As EMTs, I think it is our civic duty to download My Responder app and to respond to cases when you are within the vicinity of a cardiac arrest case. And doing something simple like guiding the ambulance crew to the patients, getting the AED machines, and make a difference in the person's life. All efforts, no matter how small, can make a big difference. Singapore has remained safe with the help of all our citizens. We must not be complacent and take this safe feeling for granted. We should stay vigilant because terrorism is real and ever present. It is not a matter of if but when. The security of Singapore is the responsibility of all our people, and we, the exemplary people who have the ability and honors to protect our loved ones. For those who are posted to the fire station and frontline units, you will face many challenges as you are dealing with real patients and real emergencies. Once you are out in the front line, you will have to do everything. Make sure you continue to hone and sharpen your operational skills and knowledge which you have acquired from the academy. You must never forget what it takes and means to earn the title of an EMT. So in conclusions, EMTs, I congratulate all of you. Please be proud in wearing the EMT tag. That is a wonderful achievement and symbol of the skills that you possess as a lifesaver. Take pride in your work and lead by example. Be strong and courageous and keep pushing yourself forward. On this note, I wish each and every one of you success as you embark your journey as an EMT with the life-saving force. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the opening address. I would like to invite Major Janice and Senior Warrant Officer Bobo up on stage for the presentation of awards. Over the past 6 weeks, the trainees have not only learned much, but they have also proven their competency in what they do through the various assessments. It's now our pleasure to present the awards for the Best in Theory, Best in Practical, and overall Best Training. The Best in Theory award goes to Private Wong Yi Hao. The Best in Practical award goes to Private Yi-Wen. Finally, we have the Overall Best Trainee Award. The Overall Best Trainee has proven his competency in skill, knowledge, and attitude. And this award is a recognition for the effort he has put into the course. The award for Overall Best Trainee goes to Warrant Officer Zulfikri bin Asarabi. Now, let us invite the Overall Best Trainee, Warrant Officer Zulfikri, up on stage to give his speech.
Good
evening, directors, instructors, fellow trainees, family and friends. Thank you for coming today to the 15th EMT graduation ceremony. Firstly, I would like to congratulate the trainees for successfully completing the EMT course. Congratulations, 15th EMT. This has survived 6 weeks of the EMT course. The course has been an interesting and life-changing experience as the majority of us had minimal medical knowledge to begin with. Together, we have went through numerous lengthy lectures, practical sessions, exams, and also a final exercise. In the beginning, I believe we were all shocked to discover that we had to do IVs on each other. I still vividly remember the first IV that was done on me by Sergeant Daniel. Unfortunately, it was an unsuccessful attempt, but it succeeded in creating a bruise which looked like the map of Singapore on my entire forearm. Luckily, after the first failed attempt, and as the course went by, many of us became more confident in our IV skills. Although many of us still today dread the thought of IV sessions, I am sure we have become to understand its importance. Furthermore, I also recall the anxiety the NSF faced as they entered the gas chamber during the hazmat component of the course. It was the first time any of them had the opportunity to experience one. I am sure it was an unforgettable experience that they will remember and tell of even after their national service. The regulars, on the other hand, seemed cool and composed as they have all been through the hazmat training during their SCDFA course prior to their posting to the respective station. Perhaps they were just putting up a front to show how the NSF, how garang we are. Only they themselves know. The course has definitely equipped all of us with the knowledge and skills to carry out our roles as EMTs. Today, the trainee graduates as a result of their dedication and tireless efforts for the past 6 weeks. However, it is important to note that the success we enjoy is not accomplished without help. Personally, I feel that I would not have been able to finish through with this course, much less become a best trainee without the support of my beloved wife. We are here today largely due to the excellent men and instructors who have went above and beyond to guide us, and because of their unconditional support we have received from our family members and friends. I would like to end my speech by once again congratulating the trainees for successfully completing the course. Thank you guys for being such wonderful people to work with.
Thank you, Warrant Officer Zulkifli. Let us now enjoy a skit put together by some of our trainees, showcasing the patient assessment model. The patient assessment model, or PAM for short, is a method by which trainees learn to assess and manage patients, and it is the core of their practical skills. The skit will display the management of a patient in a road traffic accident, including the various equipment.
The biker noticed Esmond still crossing the road, even after repeated horns and braked to a halt. Unfortunately, he was not fast enough and he collided with Esmond. The biker, who came up unscathed, scurried quickly away into the distance in fear of being in trouble with the law. Hush, what a bad person. Luckily, a passerby who happened to see Esmond lying on the road decided to lend him a helping hand. He saw Esmond semi-conscious with no apparent injuries, but clearly grimacing in pain. The quick-thinking passerby decides to get help by dialing 995 for an ambulance. Now this is where we come in.
Sir, are you okay, sir? Hello?
Hello, this is Harry. I'm a paramedic from the SCDF. Are you the caller?
Yes, I got my ambulance.
Yes, from the beginning, can you tell me what happened?
I think this guy got hit by a motorcycle.
Okay, is he still conscious?
He's very conscious and he's breathing a lot.
Okay, stay by his side. We're on our way.
Please hurry up.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Stay with me, sir. Please. I know it's painful, but please.
The ambulance crew then arrives and approaches S1 after ensuring that it's safe to do so.
Hello, are you okay?
What do you think? You'll be okay? You'll be okay. Please don't worry.
The paramedic proceeds to check the level of consciousness of the casualty.
Sir, are you able to hear me?
Since the patient is able to respond to the paramedic's question, he is deemed as conscious under the verbal category. The paramedic then proceeds to palpate the back of the casualty's neck to check for any lacerations, tenderness, or deformities. He then asks the passerby if the casualty had fallen and hit his head.
Did he hit his head? I'm not so sure, but what I saw was he got hit by the motor, then he fly away. Okay, yeah.
Kena hit.
Please. Thank you very much.
Although there were no obvious signs of injury on the back of the neck, the paramedic cannot rule out spinal injury due to the impact from the bike accident. Observe the team work together to shift the patient from prone to supine position whilst maintaining his spine with a variety of grips.
I'm in control. Are you in control? I'm letting go. Come on my side. Cross our hands. Shooting patient in 3, 2, 1, up. Medic, are you in an awkward position? Getting it.
Are you sure it's okay or not? Sure, huh?
I'm in control. Are you in control? Are you in control? I'm letting go. 3, 2, 1, down. I'm returning patient to neutral position. Above over there, can you help me check? You good? I'm in control. Let go. Abang, are we alive?
The paramedic then attaches a C collar to prevent any movements that could potentially compromise the patient's spine.
Don't worry, sir. You're in good hands. Please don't worry, sir.
Are you sure it's good hands or not? If I want to die any day.
He was hit by a motorbike, but he'll be okay. Hold on.
The paramedic then proceeds to ask the patient some questions to check if his airway is clear.
Sir, are you still able to speak?
Since the casualty is able to respond to the paramedic's questions, his airway is clear. The medic then attaches the SpO2 to check for the oxygen saturation in the patient's body. He assesses the patient's breathing via the butterfly method and the circulation by palpating the patient's radial pulse.
I want SFM 6 pictures.
The patient's breathing rate is fast and shallow, and his pulse is fast and weak, with an oxygen saturation level of 93%. As you can see, the medic has provided oxygen to the patient via a simple face mask at a flow rate of 6 liters per minute. The paramedic then performs a rapid body survey. examination, he finds a hematoma on the right abdomen and some lacerations over the body. The paramedic then instructs the medic to bandage the patient's arm to prevent any further infections. The paramedic then assesses the patient's skin color and condition while ensuring there is misting on the mask. His skin appears to be pale, cool, and clammy. The paramedic then uses the stethoscope to auscultate the patient's lungs. Air entry was found, equal air entry from both sides, and there were no abnormal sounds present.
Standby stretcher. So we're going to have to transfer you to the spinal board. Please cooperate with us, sir.
Due to the possibility of spinal injuries, the paramedic has decided to do spinal management on the patient. As the casualty is bleeding excessively, his condition remains unstable, and therefore, they decide to load the casualty onto the ambulance and go to the hospital immediately.
Good. Are you in control?
Yeah.
I'm letting go. 2, 1, turning the patient. 3, 2, 1, patient down. Middle. Maintain head grip. Change it. Are you in control? I'm in control. I'm letting go. Stand by. Getting ready to bulldoze. 3, 2, 1. Push. Change your grip. I'm in control. Go. Letting go. Sir, are you okay? You're not speaking.
I'm dying, help me!
No, sir, I know for a fact you're not dying. Yes, sir. In this condition, sir, this is where we need your help. Can you get to the foot of the patient? Sure. Hold on, please. Yes, sir. Break ready. Break ready. Yeah. Everybody have a grip. One more time. Everybody have a grip? Yep. About ready, go. On your count. 3, 2, 1. Take patient up. Go. On my fault. 3, 2, 1. Down. Buckle up, patient. Sorry, sir. You're on the main cot now. Don't worry. We got you.
Sir, are you okay? Is this too tight?
Yes, I'm all good.
Good, huh? And rest up. Okay, sir, please sink in there. Keep your hands inside the main cot at all times. Where do you go? Now for that side. Can I come along? Come along, sir. Thank you.
Inside the ambulance, the paramedic administers an IV drip of 4.9% normal saline to replenish the massive fluid loss sustained by the patient during the road traffic accident. Notice the paramedic disinfect the point of insertion with an alcohol swab, using the corner of the swab to mark the vein. He then inserts the cannula at about 45 degrees, stopping when the primary backflow indicated by the filling of the flashback chamber occurs. He gradually lowers the angle and pulls slightly on the needle grip to check for secondary backflow to ensure he is still inside the vein. The paramedic proceeds to guide the catheter head towards full insertion within the vein. He undoes the tourniquet and applies direct pressure on the vein to prevent a loose flow of blood as he prepares to remove the inner needle. The paramedic now attaches the IV line and adjusts the flow rate according to the patient's blood pressure. Since there is no bulging, he can safely apply the tegaderm, which secures the cannula in place. Finally, he loops the IV line around the patient's thumb and applies microfoil tape to fasten the line to the patient's arm, completing the administration of normal saline intravenously. Following this, the ambulance crew conveys the patient to the hospital, and that's it from us. Thank you very much.
Medical and rescue.
Thank you for the wonderful skit. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the highlight of tonight's ceremony. In a moment's time, the trainees will officially be given the honor of wearing the EMT tab. This is a significant milestone in their SCDF journey and represents the culmination of the 6 weeks of training. The EMT tab serves not only as a mark of their medical competency, but also as a reminder of their service to those in need. Not forgetting the support that you, their loved ones, have shown to them throughout the duration of this course. The donning will take place in 2 ways, with the trainees of Rota 1 receiving their tabs first, followed by Rota 2. During the registration process on the way in, you should have received an EMT tab together with the information on which Rota your loved one is in. Please do remember to bring this tab along with you as you proceed for the donning. Loved ones of Rota 1, I now invite you to come forward to where the trainees are formed up to don the tabs on them.
Wait. Huh? Oh. Oh, you recruit? Oh, congratulations. Yeah.
Mana ada recruit yang private?
Private. Can I put now? Okay, congratulations. Ahmad Faheem. Private Ahmad Faheem. Say thank you, sir. Okay.
As the trainees of Rota 1 now take their seats, the trainees of Rota 2 will proceed to form up for the donning of their EMT tags.
How many rota is it? 1 and 2.
Yeah, today is one.
Oh.
I don't know. Tak tahu.
And this is how they were given.
Loved ones of Rota 2, it is now my pleasure to invite you to come forward to don the tag for the trainees.
That's how they were asked to do that.
Yeah, I never took photo.
Ni Rota tu regular sih. Regular? Kan dulu ada regular. Ada dah regular ada kan. Ini dia work lah dia EMT.
Regulars lah. Ada regulars, ada NSL.
They work together. Ni macam diorang 3 orang The leader is the more experienced one. Then the rest to NSL. Another team. Buat assessment diorang pun tak boleh buat kalang-kabut nak assess mana sakit, mana sihat, kena bandage, sini kena.
Okay, sekarang kita akan pergi ke multi-purpose hall untuk reception seterusnya. Okay.
chicken kebab.
This is fried rice. It's the same. Another one. Quite nice. Nasi putih, nasi goreng.
Makan je dah.
Nak bawa.
Kenapa ya?
Makan ada siapa? Goreng. Adik, dah makan semua? Tak ayam.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please settle down, get the food, and after that, take pictures with your loved ones. And do look out for the progresses that are coming soon.
Oh, di sini.
Dah lapar sangat. Dah lapar sangat. Kan ada.
Susah jadi cameraman ni susah. Tak apa-apa. See, peace. Congratulations.
Alah lah kan.
You just know the motorbike.
Kalau yang naik motor, instructor. Dah langgar kau
Jadi semua yang berlakon dah.
Ha?
Tadi berlakon dah.
Ini je.
Ini yang
siapa? Ni kita pekor. Ni kita meeting. Yang regular.
Ladies and gentlemen, trainees, please remember to take the
Sekarang
login before
orang
leaving.
by biker.
Please remember to take the login before leaving. Thank you.
Login. Before leaving.
okey, itu sedikit sebanyak kita dapat buatkan sama anak saya. Congratulation kepada Ahmad Faheem. Semua terus berjaya. Faheem ada apa-apa nak cakap?
Tak ada banyak, tapi cocok 10 IV tu susah.
Apa lagi? Smile sikit lah. Apa serius ni?
Belum makan.
Okay, itu dia.
Baik dengan abang
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sekian, terima kasih.
Thank you. Okay, the song that you will be using.
Is this like
Dia plan yang premium lah. Nama lagi member plan nak tukar. Member plan. 185 every month. Habis boleh tukar handphone every year. Internet 12 gig.
And my name is Hannah from the fund on the from anything, this I promise you. And all that's around you, we just alive.
Okay, thank you so much for the food. It's awesome.
Banyak kawan Faheem jaga Instagram. Apa pakai yang tu bang? Rambut merebang. Dah.
Encik baik encik tanya. Baik, dia jawab mana? Oh, yang rambut panjang. Oh, okey.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Ahmad! Okay, alright, ladies and gentlemen, next up, the instructors have come up with a special performance to dedicate to all the trainees and the MEMs, showing a good effort towards the cause. So first,
Sekarang kami dalam perjalanan pulang ya. Telah selesai hadiri majlis. Okey, terima kasih. Selesai menghadiri majlis graduation. Okey. Berada di luar pekarangan Civil Defense. Okay. Kita jumpa lagi di hari dan waktu yang berlainan. InsyaAllah. Assalamualaikum.
Tak, tak MC.